These episodes are brought to you by a massive fire-breathing dragon. Episode 24, Mr. Bloom. Let's talk about seeds.
We want that juice, Bruce.
That's a bit harsh, Harley. Poison Ivy has been waiting months for an episode like this. And you wouldn't even get good juice without seeds. So that comment kinda backfires. Right, where were we? A discussion on seeds.
Yes! This could be the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Bloody hell, from one extreme reaction to the other. Don't get too carried away, Ivy. This is not my regular go-to topic. And it is going somewhere, I swear. Right, no more interruptions. Seeds. Some are good and some are bad. Take Robin, for example. If he truly is a Robin, like he claims, he will adore the taste of seeds. However, not all seeds are good, especially when it comes to a lunatic like Mr. Bloom. So before Mr. Bloom, there was Daryl Gutierrez, who was one of the good guys. Daryl was a bit of a superhero fanboy and decided Gotham could do with more of them. Therefore, he created a seed that would give its user a randomly generated superpower. His cousin was well into the idea of being a superhero, took a seed and grew some huge wings. His life as he once knew it was over, quite literally, because he died. Pre-developing the wings, a police officer believed him to be involved with gangs and shot him. He did begin to fly away, but the gun wound was too fatal. And that was the sad end of Daryl's cousin Peter. This did put Daryl Gutierrez off making the seeds for a little while, but it wasn't long until he was back in the lab making up more seeds. He's a seed addict, old Daryl. He truly would bore Harley Quinn to death. This one. Anyway, his second round in the lab brings us on to the creation of Mr. Bloom.
Finally! Lucky Batman isn't here. He'd have my head for taking so long. Seriously?
I hope that wasn't sarcasm, Mr. Grayson. But you're not wrong, it did take me a while to get to Mr. Bloom, but now we are here. And it's gonna be blooming marvelous. Oof. So Daryl went back into the lab and started working on new patients. One got powers, went crazy, stole all of the seeds, and ran away. This is the person that became Mr. Bloom. Other than the fact Mr. Bloom was birthed courtesy of Daryl's experiments, we know little about Mr. Bloom's past, which I think is pretty cool. Anyway, a lunatic has a load of seeds that can give people superpowers. Who should he give them to? Well, a bunch of criminals across Gotham, of course. However, Mr. Bloom had managed to program the seeds to kill the criminals at any point he desired. So basically, they would cause mayhem and then die. I mean, sure, their life might not have been as fulfilling when they were pickpocketing for a living, but at least they'd be still alive. I just hope Robin's double checking what seeds he's eating with this Bloom character lurking about, because
you can't fight crime by becoming a criminal.
Whoa, I did not know my voice could do that. How cool. Okay, back to Bloom. So Mr. Bloom has become this kind of tall, scrawny creature who is part plant, who can turn his fingers into long weed claw things that are very effective. At one point he had a bit of a feud with the Penguin and ended up killing all of the Penguin's men by just stabbing at them with his fingers. He also had some epic fights with Jim Gordon and Bruce Wayne, at a time where Jim Gordon and Bruce Wayne were both Batman. This big flowery bloke may have had a tiny bit of a chance against one Batman, but no chance against two. Bruce Wayne fights Mr. Bloom while Jim blocks all the energy that Mr. Bloom was generating from a weird star, giving the heroes the win. Nice one, lads. To conclude, don't just eat any old seed without double checking it first. TD.